They locked my well pump to force me onto their community water system, so I drained their authority dry. The morning it happened, I walked out to fill a watering can and saw a shiny metal box bolted over my wellhead. A red HOA tag flapped in the breeze, stamped "Non-compliant, do not tamper." My stomach dropped. That pump had drawn water from my land for 15 years. I lived just beyond the city's water boundary, and my well was fully permitted with the county. I paid no city fees, no HOA line charges. Still, someone had padlocked my own property shut. I called the HOA office. The manager, a man with a syrupy voice and a smug tone, said, "All homes must transition to the community water system by next week. Uniform billing is mandatory." "I'm outside your jurisdiction," I said. He laughed softly. "If you want to live here in harmony, you'll cooperate." That night, they slid another notice under my door: daily fines for unauthorized water source. My faucets ran dry the next morning because they'd shut the breaker to the pump. I stood there staring at the silent tap, the air heavy with chlorine from their new water lines running through the main street. I spent the next day in the county records office flipping through dusty folders until I found what I needed. The HOA didn't own any licensed water system. Their so-called community supply was a makeshift line spliced from an agricultural feed pipe that fed a nearby nursery. No permits, no state authorization, nothing but arrogance. I called the State Water Authority hotline and quietly laid out every document. The woman on the phone asked, "They installed equipment on your private well?" "Yes," I said, "with a lock." She paused. "That's a criminal tampering violation. We'll send inspectors." 2 weeks later, white trucks rolled into the subdivision. Inspectors in hard hats took samples from every hydrant. They traced the illegal pipe back to a junction buried behind the HOA clubhouse. Within hours, they shut off the entire network. Notices were stapled to every door. Immediate suspension of unlicensed water system. Residents stood on lawns holding empty jugs, demanding answers. The HOA president tried to bluff his way through, shouting about misunderstandings and temporary measures. The inspectors ignored him and ordered the removal of every unauthorized fixture, including the padlocked box on my well. When the bolts came off, I watched clean water gush again through the hose, the sound sharp and cold like justice itself. By the end of the month, the HOA faced massive fines and was forced to pay for full restoration of my equipment, plus damages to every household they'd illegally connected. 3 board members resigned under investigation. The manager who'd laughed at me vanished from the office overnight. Now, when I turn on my tap, the water runs clear and steady, untouched by their hands. I consider revenge taken.